Good morning. It is Monday, June 17th, 2024. I'm back here for Daily Shakeup number 912. And today I want to talk about the magic of spontaneity. And the reality is, spontaneity is almost an art form because we live in a world that is super scheduled, and I am guilty of it. So much of my schedule, especially not just during the workday, but even my evenings get scheduled. And as a result, I don't leave space for spontaneity, for that last minute thing. I will say this, I do it much better when I travel. Just this past weekend and last week, I was traveling in New York City, and this is what's really interesting about this, because if you know me at all, you know that I love theater. And one of the reasons I was coming to New York was to see a show, but I wasn't sure what show I wanted to see. There was nothing really calling to me, and I was researching it. And so I made a decision not to schedule it. I didn't buy the tickets. In my mind, I said, I'll go to the show on Friday night because that was my most open night, but I didn't book the tickets. And my plan was to be spontaneous, to go to the theater or go to the last minute ticket show and see what was available and sort of let the answer come to me. Well, instead, here's what unfolded. Because I had space for spontaneity, I met with a new friend of mine, someone I've gotten to become friends with online, but hadn't met in person. Her name is Sarah. We got together for a glass of wine on Friday afternoon and early evening, and we were just having a wonderful conversation. And she said, why don't you come over to dinner with her husband and another friend that was coming over? Said it'll be a great conversation. I said, well, I was actually planning to go to the show. Well, it turns out I didn't do my homework. Sometimes spontaneity has a cost. I had not looked into the typical show times for shows in New York. I assumed they were much like Tampa, 8 o'clock, maybe 7:30. In fact, most of the shows are at 7 o'clock p.m. So by the time I was ready to head out to go be spontaneous with the theater, that opportunity had really closed. And as a result, I quickly accepted the invitation from Sarah and had a magical evening of conversations, a wonderful dinner. It was really great connection time. And none of that would have happened if I had had everything scheduled out. Now, you may say, I'm not the type of person that leaves something like going to the theater open. Well, my question is, why not? I mean, look, I love theater certainly more than most people. I really wanted to see a show, but I'm not disappointed at all. In fact, I'm thrilled with what unfolded because I had allowed space for spontaneity. There's some joking images out on the internet about planning for spontaneity. And really, what that means is allowing space for it by not planning other things. I could certainly do a lot better at this. My schedule is very filled up and often is lacking spontaneity time. That's why I'm committing myself to create more space for spontaneity, because when I allow it, the magic unfolds. That's my thought for Monday. Have a great day and a great start to your week.